Hi, Julie McQueen here with another quick little video on how to set up your covert cabinets in your home. So the video I did before this one shows you how to install the cabinet onto the wall. Now we're going to talk about how to cut the foam to fit whatever it is you want to put into your covert cabinet. As you see here, I actually have a firearm with a magazine. And the first thing, if you're going to store a firearm in there, the first thing I want to talk about is gun safety. Make sure that while you are doing this part of it, your gun is unloaded. I have the magazine out. You should always do a visual inspection and make sure it's clear. And then what you're going to do is lay it on this foam. And you're going to notice that I have two pieces of foam here. I've got them stacked. And the reason for that is when you cut through this foam later, you might actually cut all the way through it and hit whatever's underneath it. So instead of scratching the table, I stack the foam so that I avoid that situation. So you're also going to need a Sharpie to outline whatever it is you would like to cut. So in this instance, I am going to outline the magazine here and the gun here. And it also leaves some space for if you want to put anything else down in this area later, you've got extra room. The other cool thing is you can get multiple pieces of foam for your covert cabinet, and if you decide you want to switch this out and store something else in there for a little while, that's totally okay also. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and start outlining these so that you can see exactly what this looks like. And I'm just going to be really careful not to get the Sharpie on whatever it is I'm outlining. I'm going to point it straight down. And this doesn't have to be perfect. Even if you just get a basic idea, you can run along those lines, cut it to almost exactly the way you need it, and you can make modifications to it later. And now you have a perfect outline of exactly what you want your foam to look like when it's cut. Okay, now the next step is I'm going to take a knife. Some people use a straight edge or a razor. I'm just going to use a basic everyday pocket knife. And when you cut through this foam, just push all the way down through it, and you should be able to cut right along that line. So now that I've cut through the foam with my knife, the easy part is you're just going to put your fingers down into where you've made the cut, and you're going to pull this foam and it should come right out like this. And some of your objects are going to be more shallow, some are going to be a little deeper. So you can actually pull out just as much foam as you need for that item to sit down inside of this. If you have something like paperwork or a passport, you really don't even have to cut very deep. You can just take that first layer out and it's going to keep it perfectly in place when you put that down inside of your shelf. And then as I pull these layers out, you can actually just test it just like this. And you can see that this fits perfectly down in there. That's about as flush as I want it to be because I want to be able to grab it with my fingers and pull it right out of there. Another little trick, if you decide you want little finger holes on the side of this, all you have to do is heat up something, get it really hot, push it down on there, and it'll actually melt this foam so you have perfect little finger grips to get down in there and grab your item quickly. So just like on the magazine, I'm taking 2 layers of the foam out for the gun because they're almost the same depth. And as you're pulling these layers of foam out, you can actually take your item, sit it down in there, and you can pretty easily see where you need to pull more foam out of to get it nice and even down inside. So now I think I pretty much have my foam exactly the way I want it to be. As you can see, this fits down in there perfectly. It doesn't move around much. My magazine's gonna fit right there. Everything is pretty flush. When you put this inside the shelf, you will actually have a little bit of space on the top, so it doesn't have to be perfectly flush with the foam. I just like to get it down in there snug and secure so that it's not going to go anywhere. I will also say that if you're going to be storing a firearm inside of your covert cabinet and you're not planning on using it anytime soon, you can put a gun lock on the firearm while it's in the cabinet. There's enough headroom inside the cabinet once everything is closed where a gun lock will fit comfortably on your firearm while it's locked up. So now you have the foam cut for your cabinet, and there's only one thing left to do. On the back of your foam that you cut, there should be some little adhesive strips. You're going to peel this off and put this right into your cabinet, just like that. As you can see, the foam holds everything in place perfectly, and there's even a light inside so you can see exactly what's inside of your cabinet, even at night. So stay tuned for some more videos from me on how to best use your covert cabinet in your house.